Long ago, in the heart of the East African savanna, where the sun painted the sky in molten gold and the grasses swayed like waves in the wind, a baby was born beneath a great acacia tree. This tree stood alone on a small hill, sacred to the Maasai people who lived in the nearby village. Its wide branches stretched toward the sky, as if embracing the heavens. The villagers believed it to be the meeting place of spirits, a place where the earth whispered its secrets and the wild listened. The baby was wrapped in red shuka cloth, and they named him Lemayian, meaning the one who brings blessings. From the moment he opened his eyes, strange things happened. Birds circled above him in silence, lions lay in the grass near him without harm, and even the shy leopard prowled around the village outskirts when he laughed. The elders took this as a sign. "This child," they whispered, "was born of both man and wild. The animals know his soul." As he grew, even before he could walk, Lemayian would crawl with an energy and curiosity that amazed all who saw him. One afternoon, while his mother was busy milking the cows, Lemayian spotted a brilliant blue butterfly dancing through the air. Without anyone noticing, he followed it past the huts, across the open plains, and into the dense jungle beyond the village. This jungle was feared and revered. The Maasai seldom entered it, for it was said to be alive, full of creatures and forces older than memory. But Lemayian entered it without fear, crawling through roots and vines until he reached a clearing bathed in golden light. There, the butterfly vanished. Lemayian sat down and laughed. From the trees emerged a great silverback gorilla. It was massive, but its eyes were calm and thoughtful. It spoke, though no adult would have heard its voice. Only Lemayian understood. "You are the child of the acacia," the gorilla said. "We have waited many seasons for you." The gorilla carried Lemayian deeper into the jungle, to a secret place known only to the animals, a lush glade surrounded by waterfalls and trees older than time. There, the council of the jungle gathered. Tembo, the wise old elephant matriarch, Kalemba, the ancient tortoise, Mamba, the silent python, Nashipai, the agile leopard, and Nunda, a cloud of speaking bees. They surrounded the child and observed him with reverence. Tembo spoke with a rumble like thunder. "The balance between man and nature is breaking. Forests fall, rivers vanish, and the hunters come with fire and steel. But the old prophecy tells of a child, born under the sacred tree, with the heart of man and the soul of beast, who will bring harmony." Though Lemayian was only a baby, he reached out and touched the elephant's forehead with his tiny hand. That simple gesture, full of innocence and trust, awakened a long-dormant energy in the earth. The animals knew then that he was the one. To prepare him, the council took Lemayian on a journey across the jungle's most sacred places. In the Valley of Echoes, parrots taught him the language of birds. At the River of Mirrors, crocodiles revealed truths hidden in reflection. In the Cave of Shadows, bats guided him through darkness, teaching him to feel without seeing. Though a child, he began to understand the rhythms of nature, not through words, but through presence, silence, and spirit. At night, Mamba coiled protectively around him. Nashipai watched from the trees. Lemayian grew wise in a way no human ever had. He learned to walk with the quiet of a panther and to sense water beneath the soil like an elephant. But the peace would not last forever. One twilight, a hawk returned to the glade, bringing news that shook the council. The lands beyond the jungle were burning. Trees were falling to machines. A lion cub had been stolen by poachers. The balance was crumbling. "We must act," said Tembo. "But the child is still young," said Kalemba. "How can one so small stop such destruction?" "He does not need to speak their tongue," said Mamba. "His presence is enough. He carries the spirit of both worlds." So, under the moon's watchful eye, the animals gathered in silence and formed a grand procession. Creatures of every kind, birds of paradise, buffalo, antelope, warthogs, hyenas, monkeys, insects and serpents, walked together, united in purpose. And at the center of it all, Lemayian rode proudly on the back of Tembo, glowing with a calm light. As the Maasai villagers prepared for sleep that night, a strange sound filled the air, a rhythm of footsteps, hooves, wings, and growls. They looked out to see the jungle itself approaching. Panic swept through the village until they saw the baby, their baby, sitting peacefully among the beasts. No animal attacked, no spear was thrown. Even the warriors stood still, their hands frozen in midair. The elders stepped forward, humbled by the sight. One elder, with tears in his eyes, whispered, "He has walked with the wild. He has returned with their blessing." From that night onward, the Maasai began to live differently. They built paths around ancient trees, protected rivers, and listened to the rhythms of the earth. Hunters became guardians. Children were taught to listen not just with their ears, but with their hearts. And in the years to come, Lemayian grew into a strong and wise young man. His shuka red like fire, his eyes deep as the jungle. He became a bridge between two worlds. He spoke rarely, but when he did, people and animals listened alike. And though he stayed among his people, it was said that if you entered the jungle with a good heart, you might still see him walking alongside a leopard or riding the back of a great elephant. And when the wind rustles the leaves of the acacia tree on the hill, the Maasai say, "Lemayian still watches. He is the voice of the animals and the guardian of harmony."